But we're going to go from 60s tomorrow morning down into the 40s in the evening and then wake up to 30s. And we're talking low 30s for Saturday morning. Your big game day forecast. It's going to be a cool one. This is what we look at, and this is what we mean when we say radar indicated rotation.
Should be snow in the forecast in May, right?
Fingers crossed.
Right?
I can't say it's never happened. There were, however, reports of some stronger wind gusts within these storms, especially along the border. Really, your biggest issue here is going to be how low visibility is. Plus, the wind has really picked up. Area of low pressure itself is across Iowa. You can see the circulation there.
The weather deck is looking beautiful out there, and I think it's thanks to Susie Homemaker, who we have on the screen, watering the flowers.
But even Ozaukee County, those pavement temperatures are close to freezing. So those are the spots that are going to start to ice up pretty quickly. Notice by noon how many spots, especially towards the south within that excessive heat warning, could still reach those triple-digit heat indices. The strongest wind is now south of the border in Illinois, but we do still have a severe thunderstorm warning. So let's get straight to satellite and radar. That severe thunderstorm warning does go until 10 o'clock for Kenosha as well as Walworth. And you can see that warning has actually been extended southward now into Illinois. As I mentioned, it does look like the strongest part of that storm is now inching its way southward. That's where you're seeing some of the brighter colors here. This is our velocity or thunderstorm wind. So we are seeing some of those brighter colors in that red area. That's indicating where those wind gusts are the strongest.
It's been so beautiful, and we're about to go over the edge here, right?
It is really going to drop tomorrow. I know, Ted and Mary, we've been talking about it pretty much all week long. The arrival of that cold front is tomorrow, and then Saturday morning we are going to wake up to temperatures below freezing in some spots. So it's not like we've never seen this cold. It's just been a very long time since we've seen it. Let's take a live look outside right now. Pretty dreary out there. We've got overcast skies, dark clouds that is, and rain showers. Potentially could have a few rumbles of thunder through the evening, but right now it really is mainly just the rain. It is across a good portion of southeastern Wisconsin as well, continuing to move towards the north. So eventually here, parts of Ozaukee and Sheboygan County will see that moving in towards the southwest, drying out a little bit, but just keep in mind there is more rain towards the west and south of us. So these are going to be off and on rain showers and thunderstorms through the night tonight as well as into the day tomorrow. That snow off towards the west behind that cold front, that is going to move still in our direction, but snow showers mixed with rain looking more likely across northern parts of the state this weekend. We could maybe see a few sprinkles or flurries, but even that not looking too likely at this point. Let's take a look at Sky Vision Plus right now. A look at tomorrow's weather today. So going forward this evening, we are still going to have some of those lighter but steady rain showers at times. Dry breaks also at times. Wind will be out of the southeast, 10 to about 15 miles per hour. Notice how these are going to continue into Friday morning too. So plan on driving in some rainfall for your morning commute. Just plan already on maybe tacking on a little bit of extra time as you head out the door tomorrow morning. Wind will eventually turn out of the west midday. That's going to signify that cold front making its way on in and eventually moving through. Now it does look like we'll have a dry break potentially around midday, and then the final part of that system bringing in some more rain showers to our area Friday evening, wrapping things up by 8, maybe 9 o'clock. Now clouds may actually decrease a good amount Friday night into Saturday morning. That's why temperatures really are going to plummet Friday night into Saturday morning. But then notice Saturday afternoon and evening how those clouds do look to eventually return to our area. Here's what we could potentially see. I think even this is overplayed. Few sprinkles or flurries Saturday night into Sunday morning. Otherwise, the bulk of this wraparound precip going to stay north of us in northern and potentially central parts of Wisconsin. Now, current temperatures are still in the 60s for everyone, and we really are likely going to stay pretty steady here throughout much of the evening as well as your overnight hours. So that means we're going to wake up pretty mild for tomorrow morning. This is right around 6:30. So notice these temperatures still in likely low to middle 60s, going to stay there for a few more hours tomorrow morning. 8 a.m. temp still in the 60s. Then as that wind shifts, it's going to bring in the cool air. 50s potentially by noon. Fast forwarding to your evening hours, this is 6 o'clock down into the 40s, into the 30s through the night, waking up Saturday morning near freezing in some spots, then only topping out in the 40s by Saturday afternoon. There's a freeze watch issued towards the west of us. We are not yet included, but we may eventually be put into that. So dropping temperatures with showers and storms Friday, only 40s in the forecast for the weekend, but at least we're back to 50s as we start next week. That's your latest forecast. Back to you.
And we are tracking some storms as well as a flash flood watch that is in effect right now until tomorrow morning. Stephanie, take it away.
Yeah, hey there, Angelica. In fact, we're just now starting to get some reports in from the National Weather Service of some of this heavy rain towards the North Fond du Lac near Campbellsport. 1.82 inches of rain already, and we've got plenty more on the way. So flooding is going to continue to be a concern today. Let's go over our flash flood watch. This is for all of southeastern Wisconsin until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So again, we are talking about the potential for a widespread 1 to 3 inches of rainfall by tomorrow morning, but I'd really expect to see some isolated higher amounts, 4, maybe even 5 inches, because of the activity that is on the way for later tonight. Heaviest rainfall is expected to move through overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And this is what I was talking about here. This is just radar estimated rainfall, but look at parts of Fond du Lac, Sheboygan, northern Dodge County. You can already see that radar is pointing towards well over an inch of rainfall already with the activity that we've seen so far this morning. And there is still pockets of heavy rainfall across our area, especially throughout parts of Fond du Lac and Sheboygan County, now Ozaukee and Washington. A lot of lightning in there as well. And you can see even southwestern or southern parts of Washington County now dealing with some heavy rainfall. And a new cell that has really strengthened here near the Fort Atkinson area, that is a stronger cell that could produce some smaller hail as well as wind gusts 30, maybe even 40 miles per hour. So in addition to some of those, there's also the chance here for some of that heavy rainfall, the ponding on the roadways. So this is just the beginning. We are going to continue to see plenty more activity through the rest of the day today and again overnight tonight. Now, we do have the chance for more severe weather going forward today. I showed this earlier, but that slight risk was pushed off towards the east, so it does include really good portion of our viewing area now. So we're starting to see a few more of those stronger storms. Some strong and even severe weather will still be a possibility going forward here throughout the rest of the day. Now, let's check in with Sky Vision Plus here, go through the rest of your afternoon. So notice how a lot of this will stay pretty scattered here throughout your afternoon hours. It's later on tonight that we start to see this become pretty widespread, and you can see the indication for some of that heavy rainfall later on tonight and into tomorrow morning. Now, the good news for Wednesday is that we should actually see some decent dry time throughout your daytime hours, although some of that lingering mist and drizzle not out of the question. The cloud cover will certainly still be with us, but later Wednesday night we'll have that last batch move through, and that's going to linger until at the very latest, I'd say midday on your Thursday. So once we are done with that last batch, then we're going to dry things out the rest of your Thursday, and then Friday is looking like a drier day as well. As I mentioned, heaviest rainfall overnight tonight. This is through about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, these numbers may be in different spots. More so just showing you this because a widespread 1 to 3 inches, likely with some higher totals isolated across the area possible. With that second batch Wednesday night into Thursday morning, that's going to be lighter rain, but it's still going to tack on maybe a few more tenths of an inch of precipitation. This is all thanks to a cold front moving through, so after the rain is out of here, we'll feel the temperature effects of this cold front. So expect a pretty big drop in temperatures. You can see it 80 today for Milwaukee, down to 60 for tomorrow, climbing just a few degrees Thursday, but then Friday, Saturday is when we're really going to feel those cool temperatures as we only top out in the 50s. That is your latest forecast. Angelica, back to you.